Hey guys, Miss Terry here. How are you? I just wanted to come give a message from my side of the world. As you know, I do readings, and a lot of times people will have the same issues coming up in different readings when things are going on in the atmosphere. So I just wanted to share a little bit so you can see if any of this is affecting you and how to fix it. So, a couple of sessions that I have had. The Divine Feminine, yes, us gorgeous, beautiful ladies, have been totally enabling the Divine Masculine. And when I say enabling, it's not anything to do with support. That's different. I'm all about women supporting men, men supporting women, and vice versa, supporting each other. But it's like when you're in a relationship and he has lessons that he needs to learn, you have lessons that you need to learn. So what happens is suddenly the woman wants to carry the lessons that the man's supposed to be learning. And it's almost like you can't learn his lessons for him. You have to let him be who he's going to be. You have to let him get it. But a lot of times, to try to prevent the so-called hurt that they may feel, they'll try to carry the whole relationship themselves. And it really does the man a disservice, because a lot of times when emotions come up and they're trying to deal with their emotions, it's like they can't even handle it because you're all in it. And it's like, ladies, a lot of times we want them to feel what we feel and we want them to be how we are, but they are not women, they are men. And the emotional connection you might get with your bestie or your sister or your mom, that may not necessarily be the same kind of emotional connection that you actually get with your mate. He may not express emotions in the same way that you want to receive him expressing emotions. And a lot of times that doesn't necessarily mean that something's wrong. It means that you two might process things differently. But I've had it to where they're like, oh, I just want to send love and light, and I just want to, and he could totally be acting like a toddler. He could be acting like a 2-year-old, and you're like, oh, let me send love and light. But really, it's like urban slang. You're like sunning him. Like a guy will be like, stop stunning me. Yo, you acting like you're my mom, and you're not my mom. And it's like we have to get out of the mode of acting as if we are someone's mom to anyone besides our actual children. Because a part of the process of growing up, even though we all may be over 30 or we all may be over a certain age, you're still growing. Like, you are still growing. Like, things you get on a deeper level. You're not the same when you're 30 as you were when you were 20. You're not the same as you were when you're 40 as you were when you were 30. You are growing. By the time you get to 50, I will hope you wouldn't be the same as you were when you were 30 or 40. There's an evolution that's happening, and if your partner is willing to participate and willing to grow with you, then let them have their processes. A lot of times people get afraid of the friction, or like if you're having disagreements, and having abandonment issues from prior years might make you feel like, oh my God, if we argue or if we fight, we're going to break up and it's going to be over and I don't want to break up. So you do everything you can to try to not have friction. But at the same time, it can be suffocating and it can overcome another person. So I just want the Divine Feminine to take a minute and check yourself. Like, are you over the line? Or where are you? And if you don't get it, or if you don't know, listen to what he is saying to you. And the reason why I am saying this is because I have done readings for a couple guys in relationships, and it really is like women are from Venus and men are from Mars. The good thing is that my spirit guides be in the middle, and they be like, oh, okay, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. It can translate. So each person can know what the other person is really trying to express. It's just maybe on a different page, and you need to get recalibrated within the relationship. But then at the same time, there are like eclipses going on, full moons, the like world is changing, and sometimes people just have to go through their process. Sometimes it is just time to change and grow, and it's not necessarily pretty. Like, I saw a meme. It was like, what you think a spiritual awakening is, and it was somebody sitting there meditating, doing yoga, and they were all peaceful and calm and smiling. And then the other side of the meme said what it actually is, and the person's like shaking, like, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy. Because it's not necessarily pretty when you're going through these processes and these changes and these emotions. But that doesn't mean try to carry it for somebody. Everybody has to learn. It's like Kevin Hart said, you gonna learn today? You won't learn today. Sometimes just as women, take back all that extra time and put it on to yourself. Be the best you that you can be. Do the things that cultivate you and your experiences. Like, do the things that make you you. The person that he fell for in the first place. Just be who you are and grow who you are. Now listen, this is general. This is not necessarily specifics. This is just like a check, like a check. Divine Feminine, check yourself. Where are you? How are you doing? What's happening? Are you doing too much? Like, sometimes we doing too much. Sometimes when it gets bad and he don't want to even talk, you need to go somewhere and get a pedicure, or you need to go somewhere and get a massage. Maybe you need to check out. Maybe you are just doing the most and you don't even realize it. Now, I'm not saying this to excuse anybody, any male's bad behavior. I'm just saying there is a lot going on right now. So Divine Feminine, check yourself. Are you doing too much? Are you making him your son instead of your man? Are you doing too much enabling? Are you trying to be the man and the woman? We need femininity right now, and not necessarily in the nurturing sense. Now, flip side. Why do you think men go to strip clubs? To see the Divine Feminine. To check out. She ain't nagging at the strip club. She's just doing her thing. Popping it. He could just relax and smile and cheese and have a drink and throw a couple dollars. Men are different than women. They process different. So sometimes nagging and being all on their back and going crazy, just book a reading and see where you are. Spirit will tell you. Now, if you don't feel like you're doing too much and you feel like he still ain't acting right, that also is a reason for you to check yourself. Is this actually somebody I want to continue to go down the road with this? Like, check yourself. Either way it goes. Are you happy? Are you happy? Do you feel like you've had to tell somebody the same thing one too many times and they're not getting it? Okay. Are you happy? Do you want to change it? Do you want to keep working on it? And when I say working on it, does that mean you want to keep nagging, or do you want to find a way that you guys can actually break through the communication barrier? A reading is a good way to do that. Now, like I always say, readings for me are not so like fat in my pockets. It is to help people get on the same page. At the end of the day, people need people. And people need their relationships, and people need their mates, and it's like, if we could just work towards being healthier as individuals, then we can be healthier as a whole. But we got to start somewhere. And I'm just saying, Divine Feminine, and not to bash the feminine, because I'm gonna do a Divine Masculine video as well. Just check yourself. Where are you? Are you too stressed out? Do you need a break? Do you need self-care? Do you need some girl time? Do you need to go see Girls Trip with your girls? Like, if you haven't done it already. Do you need to reminisce about the good old days? Like, what do you need to make you feel better? To make you feel you. Like, before you ever share your heart with him, you need to share your heart with you. Like, how is your heart? How is your gut? How's your gut feeling, Divine Feminine? How's your gut? How are your emotions? These are things that are so important in daily life. And if you don't even have time to think about it, or you don't even have time to process it, but you're steady jumping on somebody else's back for whatever they're not doing, or jumping down somebody's throat for whatever they're not doing, take a pause, step back, see where you are, reevaluate. If you banging your head up against the same wall, like, do something to break that cycle, to make a change. Don't just linger in it and linger in it and linger in it and linger in it. Especially when you can get help. So anyway, www.createthemagic.solutions if you want to book a reading. But Divine Feminine, just check yourself. Where are you? Where are you in this process, in this big world we're in? Like, where are you? Are you okay? Do you need help? If you need me, I am here for you. Like, literally, I'm here for you. Sometimes you cannot tell your friends everything. Sometimes you cannot talk to your family members about things. But that doesn't mean you don't have anybody to talk to. Holla at your girl. But anyway, seriously, don't feel alone. We all get to the point where sometimes we feel like we can't go on, we can't make it, and that's when you might need to reach out for a helping hand. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a family member or a friend. So the No Excuses special is on, where the price is so low, there ain't no excuse not to get a session. Just get a session. Check in. See how your spirit guides feel about everything. Everybody's guides and angels who are with them, see how they feel. What do they think's going on? Check in with your guides. Sometimes the world gets so loud you can't even hear your own self think. Check in with your spirit guides. Check in with your angels. See if they have something for you. See if they have a message, a revelation that can be the missing piece that is going to save you time from going round and round and round and round and round in the same circle. Because we need you. We need that divine feminine energy that just, everything that makes a woman a woman. The world needs that right now. So I will talk to you soon. I am here for you. Sister from another mister. Mother from another no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, www.createthemagic.solutions if you want to book a session. Any questions or comments, you can email me, leave them below, and I'll answer them in a video. How about that? And don't get offended. Don't come in with no offense, because if you're getting offended, then somewhere in this, you need to check yourself. Because if you're cool, then nothing that I said is like, I want to kill her. But if you ain't cool, or something's so irritating you, book a session. That might be a hot button. That might be your thing. That might be what you need to grow and evolve and shift from. Otherwise, it wouldn't be dancing on your nerve. Okay, guys, so I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome rest of your day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.